Hello, hi everybody. I hope you can see me, and that should be fine. Um, let's see if I can. I think I'm live. I had put the. Let's have a look. Make sure that's going okay, and then we'll start. Okay, good. That's good. That looks alright. Let me know if you can see me, hear me. Give me some loves, so that I just know that it's working okay. It looks okay here. Oh, hi, Elizabeth. Hope you're on. Okay, that looks all right. So, look, Elizabeth, looks like it might be you and me again. We must not make a habit of this. Okay, so hello and welcome to Peak Performance Coaching for CEO. And today's topic is going to be about how to get things done, even if you have grasshopper brain. And that was not my choice of word at all. I had a question from one of the groups that I'm on, and that came up as a question saying, "How am I supposed to be productive or get things done if I got a brain like a grasshopper?" But that was really funny. I mean, they just flip from one task to the next, which I thought was a brilliant question. That definitely content worthy. So that's what we're going to do today. So while we're waiting for a couple of a moment just to get some people come on, I'm going to check that this is good to go. It looks okay. Video looks well, and that will help me see that. Yeah, because I do have some slides to show you. Just a couple, just one main slide actually, so that you can screenshot some of the 6 tips I'm going to share with you. That way, you're not trying to like write it down. So that is what I'm going to share today. Let me move this away. Oh, yeah, good. Otherwise, it's distracting me. Okay, so I'm going to start with introduction. My name is Obehi Alafojo, and I am a psychologist and peak performance coach. And I work with entrepreneurial women and professionals as well to help them get more productive in their work and in their life, and without burning out or feeling under pressure or stress. Most of my clients, when they come to me, because they've experienced an increased level of stress in their life, but looking for a way to balance it all, which is hard enough as it is. But one of the ways that I work with people is that being able to change, one of the key ways, being able to change how they work, what their priorities are, and being able to focus on those and then basically leave the rest, in a way that feels comfortable and everything. And what we found is that the more people spend adjusting how they work and how they're productive, it automatically lowers the stress, and they can get on and do all the things that would have helped improve their lives anyway. So that is the purpose. And just in case you're joining the group for the first time and you don't know who I am, that is me and what I do. So on to the topic of today. So, how to get things done even when you have grasshopper brain. So, this is for you if you know that you procrastinate a lot and you get distracted a lot, and also if you tend to have uncompleted tasks. So you go from task to task and not quite finishing one or forgetting which one you completed and all that stuff. So that's who this is for today. Now, I wanted to share what the problem is with that. Most of us, a lot of us, are prone to distractions. We get distracted by external stuff like sound and sight, things that sort of interrupt our views. And we get interrupted by internal stuff. So our train of thought, memories, things like that. So this is pretty normal that you will be distracted at some point or another. So whether or not it's your child interrupting you when you're trying to get some work done, or your wandering mind think about the thing that happened last week and you would have said better and all that stuff, or just really stressful emotion like not having any money or going through a divorce or your child is sick. So these are kind of things that could interrupt your flow, your workflow. Also, the distraction then gets in the way of getting things done. So it's okay when you can recover. For the most part, we will recover. We just say, right, I can't do it today, and then shift to, try another day. But for some people, this is more difficult than other people. Okay, so that's why. So everybody gets distracted, and that's normal. And you can get distracted while you're working, and that's okay. It's just some people have a higher risk of being distracted, and some people might be somebody who had a ADHD, so attention deficit hyperactivity disorder, where the brain it's running at several miles an hour, and it's hard to pinpoint a thought for long enough before they move to the next thing. So and the reason why I'm only mentioning it is just because a lot of people don't even know they have it. A lot of adults don't know they have it. It just seems like a child thing, something that children have and children outgrow. But actually, there'll be more and more adult diagnosis at the moment, and women especially who their symptoms could mirror other things like anxiety or sort of hormonal issues and stuff like that. So that's why I thought I'd mention it. So I don't want anybody thinking, oh my God, have I got ADHD? It's not what I'm trying to say. What I'm saying is sometimes there's a lot of symptoms that mirror other things, and it could be. And one of the things that we know is that, well, we increase the research have suggested that more and more, is that something like ADHD is hereditary. So if your child has it, the chances that you have it is also high as well. So just thought I'd just put it out there, just for your information. Okay. So now, what happened when you're able to block out unimportant distractions? So they're not important stuff because somebody's, accident outside your house, the phone is ringing, you have to pick it up, otherwise it keep ringing. All this stuff are distractions, and some are more important than others, obviously. And in terms of some people are more sensitive, so the slightest noise will distract them. The slightest movement across the screen or something will distract them, or the ping ping when your email has the alert and interrupting. These kind of things, some people really do find it really distracting. Other people happy to go along with that. So the disadvantage or the risk to you if you are prone for have distraction is that too many things compete for your attention at once, and the brain is so quick it's literally flitting. Hence the grasshopper brain. So you think you're not noticing something, but you have, and then your brain is processing what you saw a few minutes ago, which is now distracted the piece of work that you were supposed to be doing. So what happens is you don't finish task because you move to the next one, or you jumped from one thinking you're going to come back to another. And this whole process does take its toll. So you will feel stressed out as a result of that. You feel like you haven't achieved much. And then it affects your self-esteem and your confidence, or you second guess yourself here, there, and there. So these are the reasons. Some people more than others, and in some cases, it's more than others. So that's what I wanted to share. That anybody got a question at this point, or you're getting what I'm putting down? Let me know, and then I will continue. Okay, right. So here are the tips I use with clients all the time, because they're the most common one to use, but they're also, in my opinion, the best ones as well. So there's 6 of them I've sort of highlighted for you, and I've got a screen to share with you. That way you can screenshot it and read it for yourself. So let's see if I can share my screen at the moment, and that might help. Let's see, share screen, and there, which it can be that one. Let's try, see if it works. Okay, I think I've got the right screen, but I'm going to check that you can actually see the slide. Let's go back a minute. So let me just check that actually it's showing. And you can see a full slide at the moment. Let's see if that plays itself out. Okay. Yeah, okay. So I am going to well, let's just make sure I can see that and make that better. There. I think that works. So you should be able to see full screen with me at the corner. Yay! Okay, definitely working. I can see that. Okay, thank you, a little bit. Yes. Brain ADHD equals filter brain not working. Yeah, pretty much. Yes. Thank you very much for putting that down there. Okay. Right. So 6 tips to get shit done, even if you have grasshopper brain. So I can screenshot this. That's why I put this on. So the first thing is to find your distracting triggers. And I say that because there are many. Like I said, there are many. You can write a whole list of your distraction triggers. But what I would like you to do is to identify your top 3 and reduce them. And your top 3, you have to think about what they are. For me, it's definitely other people interrupting me. It's definitely multiple tabs open. I have a tendency to start to find that one task, then that linked me to some of the research, because like I'm a research girl, right? And then before I know it, I've got 20 tabs on, and I don't remember where the last one was. It's a nightmare. So what I've been trying to do is figure out what task I need, what tabs I'm going to need, what research tab, and once I finish one, I shut one down, or at least take the link. That way I can shut it down completely. So you need to think about what are your top 3 triggers. And the reason why I say 3, if you reduce the top 3 you will massively increase your productivity. So you don't have to try and reduce all of them or anything. Just pick your top 3, whatever they are. If you can share with me what they possibly could be in the comment, I would love that so that I can track how you are dealing with it. Okay, now, second thing is to visualize yourself finishing the task. So the idea of it is to close your eyes and almost see you completing that task in your mind's eye. The purpose of it is because it's registered in your brain as something that you want. It's what people call it manifesting sometimes, but it's just the brain allowing you to run your thoughts through it in a memory bank where it can almost photographic, if that makes sense. And because of that, it will try to recreate it for you. So when you're going through your task and you're ticking your boxes and you're doing all the things you're supposed to do, the brain will register it as, yep, tick, 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 that's working, that's great. But when you don't visualize it, which for the most part, a lot of us just get on with the task. We just start doing it then. We write the content and we just see how it finishes at the end. But we're not thinking about how the content will be perceived, whether somebody's going to like it, it will resonate with them, and therefore what kind of word will resonate better. And that kind of stuff will help you then go, all right, I now know what to write. So it helps to visualize yourself finishing the task. So that's number 2. Number 3 is to talk out loud to yourself. Now, it might sound really weird and odd, but bear with me here. Talking out to yourself keeps you in track. So, for example, even when I was trying to find the screen, you notice I would talk to myself like, check that on, because it keeps your brain focused on the task. Otherwise, you can get distracted by, I don't know, the postman walking past. Okay, so talk out loud to yourself. Let me know if you actually do this right now. Put down number 3 in the comment if you currently talk out loud to yourself when you're getting stuff done. Let me know if that's something that you do. Okay, number 4, group similar tasks together, otherwise known as batching. So if you're going to work on content for the week, work on content for the week. If you're going to shoot videos, you shoot videos. That way your brain carries on because it builds on the next thing. And it allows you to not get distracted by other things unrelated to the task. So if it's not linked, then you can just go, right, okay, that's definitely not linked today. If I'm working on videos today, like doing the Facebook Live and content, and all of a sudden it'd been like, oh yeah, let's go and do this networking or make some phone calls. No, that's not part of the content creation today, or at least right now in the creating block that I've created for myself. So it allows you to group them together. So immediately an intruding task comes in, right? You're going to notice, like, why am I thinking about that when I'm supposed to be doing this? But if you're used to going different tasks at different time, you will not really notice the interruption. So when you group tasks together, you're going to notice when another task that doesn't belong, try to stick its neck in which case you can bat it away or write it down on a nice little notebook. Where's my little pink notebook? There we go. I've got this little notebook where I write all this stuff when my brain takes me different places. I could write it down quickly and move on. So let me know if you tend to do this, group similar tasks together, and say that in the comment to number 4. Let me know what type of task you're more likely to group together. For me, definitely videos. I tend to do them together. And number 5 is to set a timer. Now, we said 15 or 20 minutes because I'm trying to keep it shorter. But if you've ever used or heard about the Pomodoro technique, which is where you set a old good-fashioned kitchen timer for 25 minutes, and you work on one task and one task alone, and you don't move a muscle until the alarm goes off or the timer goes off. And then you have a 5 minutes to take a break. Now, some people find the 25 minutes too long a set, which is why I've said put 15 or 20, and that would help you manage it. So you can do blocks of 15 for an hour, and that will help you feel like it's short span, especially if you really do have a grasshopper brain. So 20 minutes, 25 might be too long, okay? So let me know how you get on with that one. And of course, immediately after, take a break for 2 minutes or so. Go and get a cup of tea or water or whatever, or stroke your cat. That'd be lovely. And that would help you feel like, okay, I kind of had a reward. And then you go back to work, set a timer again for 15 minutes or whatever number you decided to pick, and that would be helpful. So I hope this is helpful to you right now. Okay, and finally, number 6, which is to get an accountability buddy. This is crucial. This is probably one of my favorite ones, because if you get distracted a lot, even if you do number 1 to 5, you might still find yourself shifting from one thing to the next and not actually getting stuff done. So what I'm going to recommend, what I tend to recommend to any client that I work with, is to find, if you're a business owner, find another business owner or an entrepreneur who's someone you aligned with, but you're a bit different to each other, so that you don't both go off to work and then do nothing, because that would just be awful. So find someone that you know also wants to get stuff done, you do too, and you're going to put a parameter together to do the work. I would recommend, if you don't live next to each other where you're going to actually meet up in real life, face to face, then you could book on a Zoom call and literally mute it, and you just get to work, share with each other what task you're currently working on in that 15 minutes or in that hour that you decided to do things together, and go ahead. The other thing, if you don't know anyone or you don't like the idea of working with someone that you know, because some people just like that, they like a stranger thing, then there's a website called FocusMate, which I'm going to share with you in a minute actually, which you book a slot, the time that you say you're going to work on a task, and other people sign up to that same slot as well, and you'll just get on a Zoom call. It's not Zoom, it's another platform, and you just do work. You don't talk, you don't do anything. You just text 10 messages to say, yes, I'm ready to go, and well done, thank you for keeping me company, but that's it. So I'm going to show that to you because I think that might be useful. Let me just get the comment before I change the screen. So, hi Magda. So Pomodoro technique also had a great system for noting interruptions that can be set aside. Absolutely, Elizabeth. That's really cool. All right, so let me see if I can get, because I opened it up. I don't know. I hope you can see it. It's called FocusMate. And it's a distraction-free productivity. And I'm going to check if the screen has corrected that. I just wait one moment just to check. Obviously, the one on the phone is lower. Yay! There we go, it's working. So this is it, and I'm going to go into my account just so that you can see what it looked like inside. Yeah, so here we go. So if I wanted to book a slot on Saturday the 16th, I just go in and select that slot, and I'm going to join that time and Mohammed and Leo. Or on Sunday, I'll join Sunny. And that's it. It's really cool. So you just pick the day you want to work, and they will pop up. So don't be shy. If you need to do something like that, something that would really hold you accountable, then by all means try this one, okay? And it's free to use. You upgrade for other things where you can set your own sessions, so but you don't need to be doing that. So that is that. I had wanted to share one of the clients that I worked with regarding focus a lot and being distracted. And this is Mo. I've probably spoken about her before, but she's one of my favorite clients. And because when she first started, she started with 3 businesses. So this was an almighty task. She was running 3 businesses at the same time. And her struggle was that she had too many tasks to run. Therefore, she flitted from one task belonging to one business with another task belonging to another business, and then not even remembering which one went where. It was a mess. And she, of course, would have been overwhelmed by it all, but very hardworking, determined to make it work. And so one of the things that we worked together on was how to even definitely block her time out and decide and almost earmark one slot for one business and what she was going to do inside that business, what she was going to focus on that will help her make the traction that she wanted to make. Not every task is equal. That's the bottom line. Not every task would help you get where you need to be. Not every task will lead to you earning any more money. There are some tasks that you love, but you shouldn't really be doing them. So there's a lot of things that we needed to work on, and so that she can narrow down the bit that she really absolutely needed to do, and that way she could get rid of any other task that was not necessary at all. The ones that were, but she could outsource, she outsourced them quite easily. Took a while, but she did it in the end. But that was the idea of being able to give her more time on her hand to be able to do other things besides just running business, which was the point in the first place, to spend time with my grandkids and all this stuff. But now here I am, time tied with every single hour of the day. So that is Mo's story, and she's brilliant. And so I just wanted you to know that it is possible, it's definitely doable, not a thing at all. And for you to get involved in it, I would like to invite you to join the 5-day challenge, the free 5-day challenge. It's going to be happening in our group right here, so you don't have to go anywhere far. And it's to get shit done. So to learn how to be productive without stress, overwhelm, and burnout. And I will be teaching you loads of things. I think for the most part, I'm going to go into, because I opened that. There we go. It's the landing page. I actually created a landing page. Can you imagine? I actually did that. How productive I was. So here's what you're going to learn. Why you get overwhelmed in the first place, how to measure it, and how to reduce it so you can regain control quickly. And I'll also teach you how to biohack your personal energy, including your mental cycle, and so that you can increase your overall productivity and achieve peak performance all month long. The second thing you're going to learn in that 5-day challenge is the 3 real reasons that you procrastinate. I'm going to share mental blocks and red flags that are holding you back from being productive in your business. And I'm going to show you some practical, easy to implement tips that you can implement in your day-to-day to stop procrastinating. And finally, number 3, I'm going to share with you the 5 core areas that you need to master to achieve peak performance in your business, to be absolutely on it every single time you choose to. So in that session, I will be sharing the core 5 productivity system that I use personally, and I also use to help high-performing CEO, coaches, consultants, creative like you reach peak performance in their life and business. So I hope you will join me for this 5-day challenge. It's on the 2nd of December. So you've got a few more weeks to sign in and to invite some friends or business besties that you know could be getting some shit done, but they're not. I think they might be able to thank you at the end. So I think that is it I wanted to share. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen and then come back in. Yeah, so that was it for today. Let me know in the comment if this has been useful to you, and any questions, let me know now. And then let me just check if there are any questions anybody would like to ask or to ask me so far. Otherwise, thank you very much for joining the call, Elizabeth and Magda. And hopefully I'll see some of you who catch the replay, #replay, and I can come back and thank you for watching. So until then, I will see you in another video. Okay? Bye, guys. Bye.